The #1 team in college football right now, Joshua Perry, is?
Indiana. Maybe it's a little recency bias here, but you go into Autzen, which is a notoriously difficult place to play, get a victory there. The way Indiana's defensive front dominated Oregon's offensive front showed me a lot. And that's what you need to win in the college football playoff, is a team who can win in the trenches.
Well, you can make the case they have the best win of all the top teams in college football, too. They're not the most talented roster, but they might be the best team, or at least might be the best team in the Big Ten. I mean, that's what we don't know yet, but you certainly would consider them alongside Ohio State right now, and that's kind of it. They're the class of the conference because of how they built this. Curt Cignetti is making life harder for every other first-time coach, first year, second-year coach, because you're comparing it to one of the greatest coaching jobs we've seen in recent memory.
Right. I wouldn't be shocked if one of these one-loss teams shows up here later in the year and gets back into this best conversation or best team conversation. But right now, he's just being humble and nice over there. Ohio State is the best team in college football. Plain and simple.
Okay, so I'll tell you, though. Ohio State, really good in the trenches. Indiana, very good in the trenches. Miami, team we always talk about, very good in the trenches. And the other one, Texas Tech, spent the money to rebuild the trenches, and I think they're one of the best teams in the country, too.
Miami also is certainly right up there. They're off this week, kind of out of sight, out of mind. But that's a team, again, that, like you said, if they're built in the trenches, they're going to be there at the end of the season. They might be #1 as well.
So, Chris Sims, I have a question for you. The two teams we're watching here tonight between USC and Michigan, do they have a chance of working their way into a conversation top 3 team in the Big Ten?
I think they do for that. For a top 3 team, I don't think they're in Indiana or Ohio State territory here, but there's potential. As we watch Bryce Underwood and his continued growth at the quarterback position, if they can find a way to win, USC, we know the offense is there. It's just about the grittiness, the toughness, the physicality that the guys talked about earlier, and the defense, which is better than last year for sure, but we don't know how good it is yet because this Michigan offense is certainly not awesome. I'm not going to say that.
No, and there's some injuries as well that's factoring in here. But also, like, there's a big gaping hole now that Penn State is not in that group, right? When we were penciling playoff teams out of the Big Ten, take them out of the picture.
Yeah, I mean, and then you start to look down the line. Like, obviously, these two teams we're watching, could they be in the conversation? One team that I really like, Washington.
I hear you. That's another team.
Williams,
that's
Denzel Boston, Jonah Coleman. I mean, those 3 guys could play anywhere in America.
They weren't outclassed by Ohio State a few weeks ago, even though they lost.
If you take a look at the tiers in the Big Ten, you got the top 2 right now. Seems pretty obvious in Indiana and Ohio State. You got Oregon, you got Michigan, you got USC in the conversation. Then there's those Washington Huskies, like you talk about, Joshua. Illinois still fighting. Their 2 losses, not great, but they're against 2 very good teams. Then you got Nebraska still in the conversation.
Yeah, and I just think, like, we're going to be talking about teams that have blemishes on their resume,
no doubt.
right? Like, we've seen a lot of losses.
There'll be a lot of losses.
Yeah, especially in the SEC. I mean, those teams are going to beat up on each other.
Right. Oregon, let's not forget about them. I believe in their coaching. Their quarterback's still good. They're good on defense. They got to fix some of the things in the trenches, what Joshua was talking about. They got to find some more ways to push the ball down the field with Dante Moore and that big arm he has.
I think they understood what they were up against when it came to Indiana, and they didn't want to get – their quarterback got hit more times today than he had been hit all season. I think that's why their offense wasn't so explosive.
Before we go, does James Franklin finish the year at Penn State, you think?
I don't know. It feels like it's untenable at this situation at this point. It's a lot of money we're talking about here. But, I mean, the way that they're playing right now, that team doesn't want to play football anymore.
Negotiate the buyout.
I would negotiate the buyout, figure out an exit.
Maybe he wants to go, too.
Yeah, I think so.
Just go your separate ways.